Guys doing amazing. So I want to give you a heads up. I want to give you a heads up about a free training I'm going to be hosted on Saturday. And I know I've been kind of out a little bit, but mostly because I've been behind the scenes working to master my automation, which is so critical at this stage as we approach our 10th year anniversary in business. You have to sit down sometimes and say to yourself, how do I want my next 10 years to look? And my first 10 years we ran hard and fast and we made a lot of money, but my second 10 years I don't want to work that hard. So automation right now, good morning V, is one of the most important things for my business. So that's what I've been working on behind the scenes. But I want to introduce a new social media Saturday that's going to be happening every Saturday at 8 p.m. as we discuss social media trends that you need to be aware of. Because, the truth of the matter is that you need to make sure that if you're spending your time on social media, you should be making money. If you're spending your time on social media, if you're not making money, then that's a problem. And part of the problem is that many of us, unfortunately, try to borrow other people's social media formula, and it doesn't work. Everybody has their own specific social media formula that is specific to you, that is specific to your clients, that's specific to the product that, and there's no cheat code to get it. The only way to get it is through research and understanding what trends are happening that's causing you to make money or make money on social media. So if you go to bit.ly/social media Saturday, not only are you going to get a copy of my 21 ways to make money, but it's also going to register you for Saturday's session. Because good morning, Dolores, that in this digital marketplace is one of the most important things that you need to be aware of. So in addition to social media trends, now I'm going to be talking about some things that everybody can control that will help you generate more revenue on social media. Thank you, Vicky, for sharing. So the first thing is, one of the things you can control is you can control your consistency. A lot of people are inconsistent because they either don't know what to post, don't know when to post, or don't know where to post it. And that's what we're kind of going to be clearing up with the social media trend Saturday. But the consistency really is the key to generating more revenue on social media, doing the same thing day after day after day. And again, that's one of the things I've been behind the scenes working on, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to. Girl, you scared me. I don't want to be here today and gone tomorrow. And the same way I did that first 10 years and was here 365 days, 7 days a week, I don't necessarily want to do that, but I do want to have a new model. So again, everybody has to have their own social media formula of what works for them. And what works for somebody else may not necessarily work for you. So make sure you write this link down and join us every Saturday at 8 p.m. bit.ly/social media Saturday. Because it's critical that you also learn what is going to work from you. Listen, most people don't have an official training in social media. They just get out there and they throw some things up against the wall. They kind of see what works and what doesn't work. And then if it doesn't work, they stop doing it. But who knows? Let's talk about it. If you're out there trying to sell a fur coat in the summer, and then you get mad because it won't sell, And by the time the winter comes, you're so mad that it won't sell that you stop selling it. It was nothing wrong with the coat. I'm going to just let that sit there for. There was nothing wrong with the coat. What is wrong is the season. Did that help anybody? Because it is that season. And because you are out of season, because nobody needed the coat when you were offering it, that is what made the coat worthless. Just in that season. Many of us are behind the scenes trying to sell a coat in the summertime. Which brings me to the next point, which is targeting. Because you're either trying to sell the wrong thing at the wrong time, or you're trying to sell the right thing to the wrong person. Social media is just as diverse as the rest of the world. There are people who are going to like you. There are people that are going to hate you. There's people that are going to buy your stuff instantly. And there are people that are never going to buy your stuff. And we need to spend our time in social media getting in front of people that are going to buy our stuff. And that's why targeting is so critical. And targeting is not just the demographic of who you're looking for. It also has a lot to do with where they spend their time. And where do you spend your time and energy? Don't go to Instagram just because everybody else is going to Instagram. You know how your mom used to say, girl, good afternoon, Monique. If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge? So no, don't jump off a bridge because everybody else is jumping off a bridge. Have some justification as to why you're jumping off that bridge. Last time I jumped up off the bridge, and I made $1 million. So I'm going to jump off this bridge again. Right? That's justification. But if you see somebody else that jumps off the bridge and they say they made $1 million by jumping off the bridge, doesn't mean that you're going to make $1 million jumping off that bridge or that you have justification. So again, you need to make sure you're doing what's right for you and your brand. And only when you understand social media, in-depth social media, will you be able to make those considerations. So make sure you're registered for Saturday, bit.ly/social media Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And go from there. Because again, a lot of us outside looking in, trying to replicate what other people are doing, and it's not working for us. We're thinking there's something wrong with us. And girl, it ain't nothing wrong with you. You've just got to have the right knowledge, which brings us to that next piece, which is automation. The level of engagement that is required on social media nowadays is almost impossible without automation. You got to have some conditions that automatically apply when things occur. So when a customer buys something, what happens automatically? When I go live, what happens automatically? If I do a podcast, what happens automatically? You've got to have those things that are going to happen automatically when things occur. If not, you're going to spend your days chasing, trying to fill these orders. One thing I tell people is everything in its time. You do not want $1 million worth of orders tomorrow if you don't have the team, supplies, or inventory to fill 1 million orders. It's just going to make you look bad. So sometimes we're looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and we don't realize that that rainbow is for a reason. Right? So understand that your delay is not to deny you. Your delay is time for you to get ready. So when the floodgates open, you are ready to sustain those floodgates. It's not just for you to have a delay. You know, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. And though it tarry, wait for it. But you should not be twiddling your thumbs while you're waiting. While you're waiting, you should be getting ready for the floodgates to open. You're waiting, you should be preparing for what happens when all of these customers come. So you got to have that automation. Also, Media Saturdays this week, we're going to be looking at trends. And trends change like the weather. 1 minute they telling you get on Reels. 1 minute they telling you to get on TikTok. 1 minute they telling you to get on LinkedIn. And one thing I can tell you is, to me, all platforms are equal if you apply consistency and targeting. Because people are so different that some of your target is on Instagram, some of your target's on Twitter, some of your target is on LinkedIn, some of your target is on Facebook. So you need a social media plan, a formula specifically for you and where you want to spend your time and what you want to do with your time. So that's critical. This last thing, and I say it all the time, is all about collaboration. You have to make sure you are collaborating with other individuals to expand your reach. It is not enough anymore for you to be out here renegade by yourself. You've got to say, who's around me that has a like audience? Who's around me that doesn't mind providing me with support? Who's around me that I can pull in and we can double our following, triple our following? You know, we're always trying to do this ourselves. I don't know if it's for fear that somebody's going to take something away from us, but we talked about that on this broadcast, that what is set aside for you is truly set aside for you, and nobody else can take away what again has been set aside for you. So when you're out there looking for partners, don't be upset if they said, look, we want 30%, because you should be asking them the same. You know, we send people to you, what happens? And you need to be crystal clear about their process. So 5 things I wanted to talk to you today: being consistent on your own social media, making sure you leverage the right target, using automation whenever it is that you can, understanding the trends, how they affect you. And as I said yesterday, don't be chasing these trends, because you're only going to wear yourself out. And then last but not least, collaboration. Because working together, we all get twice as far. So bit.ly/social media Saturday for the next 4 Saturdays. I wish I would have had somebody come in and give me an education on what social media trends work and don't work. But I'd have to do it with hot breath breathing over my shoulder every morning, because I know I'm being watched. So every Saturday at 8 p.m., if you don't register, you won't get the information. bit.ly/social media Saturdays. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I got 1.2 million things to do. But don't forget, Social Media Saturday. It's a free event. They're going to be free pretty much every weekend at 8 p.m. And we'll let you know in advance definitely which sessions are going to be at what time. Okay? And I love you guys. Have an amazing day. And I will see you guys later.